Merry Christmas, everybody. Matthew Lapp, host of Matthew Lapp Train Guy segment show, wishing you all Merry Christmas. Also, what a wonderful season it's been with the channel. And also, I've been catching up with a lot of overdue videos as I could and hope to get a lot more as possible next year. And hope you all have enjoyed seeing more videos come to my channel this year. And also, on June 3rd, 2024, it has been a special moment at 4:55 p.m. Central Time. The channel reached 1,000 subscribers, so thank you from the bottom of my heart, everybody, for getting the channel there. It really means a lot. And also, you may have seen the 4960 video as well, around the same time, as well as the video I've done on Locomotive 7 at the Black Hills Central Railroad in Hill City, South Dakota. Also, this season is a season I will remember. And also, here is a shirt that's available in the merch store. It's been available since the channel reached 1,000. And also, as I said before, it will be available for 10 months after the channel reaches 1,000. So, it will be available. The deadline to purchase this shirt will be April 3rd, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. at the final second in Central Time. And yeah, so once again, thank you one and all. Also, as you all may know, that the channel's being retitled in early January on the channel's anniversary of being created. And then 1 year later, the channel will be turning 10. So yeah. And the word segment show in the channel's title are going to be removed and replaced by one word along with the punctuation mark. And on the consolidation steam engine, while the shirt is still available in the merch store, I'm just going to keep it that way because it's going to be discontinued on April 4th. And yeah. And also, everybody, I got new merch available in the merch store. You will not see the slideshow of the new listings till the end of the video. Also, I think that's all I have to say for the highlights of this year, 2024. So anyways, everybody, you may have seen behind me on the TV screen, which is why I'm not using my red backdrops this year to make the Christmas greet video. You can see there's a picture of a real steam locomotive that lives in the state of Michigan. And also this picture of the steam engine is Pierre Marquette Steam Engine 1225, a Class N1, a 284 Berkshire type steam engine, built by the Lima Locomotive Works in 1941. And also, there's a reason for that. As many of you know, the Polar Express movie made it to its 20th anniversary since being released in theaters in 2004 last month. And also, I wanted to use this picture as the background. And my laptop is connected to the TV, by the way. And also, I Was originally gonna go up to Owasso, Michigan to stand in front of the engine in person, but I did see it this fall, but I couldn't go because I chose to stay home. And plus, I chose to do this instead. Plus, they couldn't run their steam engine 1225 to pull the winter weekend excursions because there's been a problem with the superheaters, but they'll eventually get the steam engine back in operation when the time comes. And also, the reason I'm using it for a background is because the Polar Express movie turned 20 in November. And I want to give you some history how the Polar Express became a thing. So it all started with one steam locomotive that inspired Chris Van Allsburg. This particular steam engine, sat on the campus of Michigan State University in Lansing, Michigan, near the football field. And lots of children would play on it when it was open for football games. And one of them was Chris Van Allsburg. And also, Chris Van Allsburg was one of the children that played on the 1225 at Michigan State University. He and his father would attend football games each year at Michigan State University. So when Chris Van Allsburg was a boy, he would play on the locomotive, as I mentioned. Then several years later, he became a book author, and he also has memories playing on the steam engine when he was a child. So he made a book called The Polar Express. And also, this steam engine may not look exactly like the steam engine, the Pierre Marquette 1225, but to me it looks more like an Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe 462 3400 class. And as I open the book, start from the first page. And it opens like this, but I'm not going to read it. As you can see, there's the boy looking out his window, seeing the train come, and he had doubts that Santa Claus really exists. And here's what we see on the front cover. The train stopped outside his house. And also, in this book I purchased earlier this year, it even contained what looks like a Christmas ornament that is the shape of this steam engine. And when I figured out what it looks like, so I knew it looked like what I thought it would be. And here are the kids being served hot chocolate and singing Christmas carols. And here's the train going through a forest past wolves. Pack of wolves. And here's the train going up a mountain. Here's the train arriving at the North Pole. And here's the train crossing over a viaduct into the North Pole. And here's the train arriving at the center of the North Pole with lots of elves crowding. And here's Santa Claus making his grand appearance, and the boy would believe in Santa Claus. And here's the boy being given the first gift of Christmas, which would be the bell. A gift from Santa Claus. And here's Santa Claus taking off into the night sky, delivering presents all over the world. And we come to this sad part of the story. The boy discovers that there was nothing but a hole in his robe pocket, and the bell was not there. He did not realize that he had a hole in his pocket. So look how sad he is, and everyone on the train feeling sorry for him. He would have known the bell was in his pocket, and the bell would have hit the sleigh floor, and he would have heard it, or the seat of Santa's sleigh, or probably was a cushion. That way he wouldn't have noticed. And here's the boy arriving back at his house after a visit to the North Pole. And Christmas morning, he and his sister Sarah found lots of gifts under the tree. And in that box, he finds is the bell he got for Christmas as the first gift of Christmas. And we close with this last part. And also when I was a child, I would read the book. I would have the book read to me, and even my parents read the book to me. And even when I would go see Santa in one December day, Mrs. Claus would read it to me and some other children. So I have fond memories about that. I was a 4th grade student when the Polar Express movie came out, and in early 1985, the Polar Express book was established. And later that year, the steam engine 1225 would come back to life for the first time in so long. And also, the 40th anniversary of this book being published is coming up. Without that being said, in the year 2002, the Polar Express movie was thought of. So Robert Zemeckis had the idea for the movie, and Warner Brothers distributed the movie. And it was not a real-life movie, it was an animated movie done by, you may see the behind-the-scenes videos on how the cast members put the movie together. And also, the steam engine in the movie, Warner Brothers got a hold of the Steam Railroading Institute and asked if they could use the blueprints of the Pierre Marquette steam engine 1225, and they agreed on it. Then they used the steam engines. The steam engine looks exactly like it. Also, the movie cast members included Tom Hanks, who played 5 characters, Eddie Deason, Steven Tyler, who is the lead singer in Aerosmith, and a lot other characters I can't think of off the top of my head. And the cars are based off of cars built by the Pullman Company with I-beam roof supports. And the back car, the car at the rear of the train, has a round end, and also the lonely boy would sit at the back of the car, and till later in the movie we learn that his name's actually Billy. And he would sit alone in that car for most of the way to the North Pole. And also, as I mentioned, it has a round end and on the back, and the veranda is round-ended, but Pullman never constructed cars like that. And only the Budd Company did for the most part. The cars are based off cars built around the 1920s or 1930s. Also, one of the buildings at the North Pole has a similar design to the Pullman Company in Chicago. And also the cars matched the livery of the cars in the book. So it took a few years to put the movie together. Took a lot of hard work. Also, one of the lines in the movie sounds similar to the Back to the Future 3 movie, to one of the lines heard in the Back to the Future 3 movie. And here's why. You can hear why. You can tell the comparison. So here are the clips. Also, when Doc Emmett Brown blew the whistle, this is what he said in the line. When the boy pulls the whistle cord, sounds a bit similar to it.
I've wanted to do that my whole life.
And by the way, the whistle on the Polar Express train sounds very similar to the whistle heard on the steam engine in Back to the Future 3, because the audio recording was used on the whistle of Sierra Railroad 3, which was Central Pacific 131 in the Back to the Future 3 movie. Also, Sierra Railroad 3 lives at Railtown 1897 in Jamestown, California. Also, Back to the Future 3, along with the other Back to the Future series, were all directed by Robert Zemeckis, who also directed Polar Express. And also, this movie was Michael Jeter's last performance because he died during the creation of the movie. And he died in his 50s, and he will be forever missed. Rest in peace, Michael. Also, Michael Jeter played Smokey and Steamer, who was the engineer and fireman in the film. Then, on November 10, 2004, the Polar Express movie came into theaters. And around the time it was released in theaters, it was featured on video games. Several different video games. I just can't think of many off the top of my head at this point, but yeah. And then about a year after being released, it was released on home video for all to enjoy. And also, if the Polar Express was not possible today, and if this very steam engine was actually scrapped, then the Polar Express wouldn't be possible today. But I'd like to thank these people and these groups and companies for helping to make the Polar Express possible. I'd like to thank the Lima Locomotive Works for building her, the Pierre Marquette Railroad, the Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad, which the Pierre Marquette absorbed into, Cyrus Eaton for rescuing the locomotive, Michigan State University for preserving it, Steam Railroading Institute in Owasso, Michigan, Chris Van Allsburg for coming up with the idea of the book, and Robert Zemeckis for having the idea for a movie, and Tom Hanks, Eddie Deason, and all the other cast and crew members that helped to make the Polar Express movie possible, as well as Warner Brothers, too. So, I thank you all for watching this video, and as I mentioned that the channel's getting retitled, this is going to be the last video to be uploaded on the channel with the channel containing the words segment show in the title. So everybody, I thank you all for watching, and for the last time ever, this is Matthew Lapp, host of Matthew Lapp Train Guy Segment Show, and once again, thanks for watching, and also on January 6, 2025, do check and see what the new title of the channel is going to be. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you all next year. And by the way, everyone, before the season begins video goes up, when the year's new, I may have some episodes to catch up with to upload, but you'll see what they are. So thanks for watching, and all aboard, and Merry Christmas.
But one by one we all had to grow up. When it seems the magic slipped away, we find it all again on Christmas Day. Believe in what your heart is saying. Hear the melody that's playing. There's no time to waste. There's so much to celebrate. Believe in what you feel inside, and give your dreams the wings to fly. You have everything you need if you just believe. Trains move quickly to the journey's end. Destinations are where we begin again. Ships go sailing far across the sea, trusting starlight to get where they need to be. When it seems that we have lost our way, we find ourselves again on Christmas Day. Believe in what your heart is saying. Hear the melody that's playing. There's no time to waste. There's so much to celebrate. Believe in what you feel inside, and give your dreams the wings to fly. You have everything you need if you just believe. If you just believe. If you just believe. If you just believe. Just believe. Just believe.
I'm wishing on a star and trying to believe that even though it's far, he'll find me Christmas Eve. I guess that Santa's busy, 'cause he's never come around. I think of him when Christmas comes to town. The best time of the year, when everyone comes home with all this Christmas cheer, it's hard to be alone. Putting up the Christmas tree with friends who come around. It's so much fun when Christmas comes to town. Presents for the children, wrapped in red and green. All the things I've heard about but never really seen. No one will be sleeping on the night of Christmas Eve, hoping Santa's on his way. Presents for the children, wrapped in red and green. All the things I've heard about but never really seen. No one will be sleeping on the night of Christmas Eve, hoping Santa's on his way. When Santa's sleigh bells ring, I listen all around. The herald angels sing, I never hear a sound. And all the dreams of children, once lost, will all be found. That's all I want when Christmas comes to town. That's all I want when Christmas comes to town.